It's a tanker. It's a tanker. Anyways. Hi everybody. No. Okay, let's try this again, huh? Let's try this again. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well mentally, emotionally, and physically. So I have decided to start a new series called Growth, which, if you don't know already, that is my entire brand. That is what I'm about and what I want everybody else to be about as well. So it's gonna be a series of just like short videos where I just talk about growth, right? But yeah, I'm super excited. So the first video, which is this one, okay, let me sit still. I'm just really excited. I just get so excited when I have to film, and then I get super nervous and then I start fumbling, and then it's not cute. But anyways, tell me what you think about my new look. I just wanted to try something super different, something bold, something. Anyways, let's get into it. So today's growth topic and what? Girl. Anyways, today's topic is gonna be linked to them. I don't even know what the topic is gonna be. I'll probably link it somewhere. I'll probably name the video that topic. But I'm just gonna be talking about the environment in which you place yourself, right? So obviously when you plant a flower, when you plant any plant, it needs to be in an environment that is conducive for it to grow, for that plant type. Am I even recording? Yes, I am. For that plant type to grow, right? So obviously you can't plant a water lily in the desert because it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So yeah, it's just gonna be talking about environment. So for us, obviously, because we are not leafy and petally, it's just gonna be the environment. What is happening? I can't even talk. Okay. We're going to be talking about the environment in which you find yourself in and place yourself in, as well as the people around you, okay? So this environmental issue was going to be, initially was going to be linked to the Breaking the Stigma series. Then I realized that having no personal experience about that, it's going to be a difficult issue for me to talk about and address. And more often than not, the environment in which a person can then be triggered into depression is a lot of the time out of their control and they can't do much about it. So it's going to be a bit of a difficult issue to talk around. But then I looked at it also and thought, but also there's some situations we tend to put ourselves in that trigger anxiety, that trigger depression, that trigger just not feeling well mentally and emotionally. And the goal obviously is for everybody to be in a space where they are at their optimum in terms of mental and emotional well-being. So I just decided to fit it into this series because I wanted to do one on growth anyway. So I'm really excited. I can't help myself. I keep looking because there's a mirror behind the camera and I keep looking at myself. Why am I like this? Anyways, so yeah, I started to talk about having like your circle of friends and also the people you surround yourself with and the energy and words that you take into yourself as you're growing and as you're on a certain journey in your life, right? So rule number one, always keep your circle small. In my opinion, it never really works to have a large group of friends. It never really works to have a lot of opinions being thrown at you. So which is why it's important to have a small circle that you strongly trust. I mean, you can have lots of friends if you're that person. I'm personally not. But if you're that type of person, social butterfly, and you have a lot of friends, that's fine. But that's another topic because the word friend to me personally is a bit of a big word. But no, it's fine. But just know that you need to have a small circle. So that means people that are not just yes men, people that will tell you what you want to hear, or people that will cheer you on even if you're doing wrong. Those are not the people you want in your circle. You want people that will help you steer back into the right direction when you veered off the road. people that will encourage you when you're doing well, people that want to see you win, but want you to remain yourself and remain true to yourself, right? These are people that share the same values as you. It may not necessarily be the same opinion because you're bound to disagree about some issues, but people that have the same core values, and that's something super, super, super important. So yeah, keep that in mind. And these are people that you should be able to share your visions with, people that you can be able to discuss certain dreams and aspirations that you have. Because that's another problem. When you tend to have a big circle, you tend to tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and that's when you end up discouraged. That's when you end up disappointed because you're telling people that shouldn't know your dreams, that shouldn't know your vision. It should be a specific group of people. And that also will then allow you to be at your optimum in terms of people around you also sending in positive vibrations, positive energy, and well wishes and prayers towards you to allow you to grow, to allow your vision or your dream to come into fruition. See what I did there? Because growth. But yeah, so that's very, very, very important. And that means staying away from people that are not going to cheer you on, people that are not going to acknowledge when you do well, people that are constantly trying to bring you down, people that are constantly nitpicking what's wrong with you and never really encouraging you. So this is not to say that your people or your circle or your friends are always supposed to tell you you're right, are always supposed to point out the good and not the bad, but you sometimes need some encouragement. You sometimes need to be told that you're heading in the right direction. And if you don't have that, you will struggle. If you don't have that, you will always be in self-doubt. If you don't have that, you will always struggle to take yourself seriously in terms of like when you have an idea, when you have a dream, you always struggle and think, but what if they don't approve of it? What if they don't think it's a good idea? Meanwhile, it's a good idea. So it's very difficult a lot of the times to find a balance between the two, finding a balance between people that are there to genuinely cheer you on, people that are there to genuinely want to see you win, but also understanding that they should be able to tell you when you're headed the wrong way. Does that make sense? So obviously for a plant to grow, there are some things and nutrients that need to go into the plant in order for it to yield fruit or to yield flowers, right? So for you, in as much as your friends will contribute to that input, your family will contribute to that, you also contribute that. That means affirming yourself every day and being truthful to yourself, but also encouraging to yourself. So like a lot of the times we value other people's encouragement and other people's opinion over our own, but it's also very, very important for you to, when you write your visions down and when you start working towards your dreams, when you get something right, cheer yourself on. When you get something right, give yourself a pep talk and say, listen, girl, you did it. Do you know what I mean? Like, cheer yourself on, acknowledge when you've done good for yourself before you expect other people to acknowledge the good you've done and how greatly you've performed. Give that to yourself. Because no one is going to be your biggest cheerleader than yourself, and you have to be true to that, and you have to value your own opinion, because a lot of the times we tend to value other people's opinions over our own and tend to be so harsh on ourselves, so hard on ourselves, and just not encouraging ourselves because we don't really think it's important, because you think external voices are more important than your internal voice, and that is not true. Your mind listens to you, your heart listens to you, and when you tell yourself that you're not good enough, when you tell yourself that look what A and B, look what plant A and plant B are doing, how come you're not growing the same way? But you're a completely different plant. You're a rose comparing yourself to a lily. You're a sunflower comparing yourself to a dandelion. You are a, what are the flowers out there? You're a daffodil comparing yourself to a marigold. You get the point I'm trying to make, that you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, but you're a completely different breed. You're a completely different plant, and you're on a completely different journey. So the growth that you see in other people, you don't know what happened behind closed doors. You don't know what they had to endure. You don't know the opposition they may have faced, or just the struggles they may have gone through in order for them to bloom as beautifully as they're blooming. And it is okay. okay to celebrate other people's blooming. And that's something I have to tell myself all the time, that it is okay when someone else is blooming and you are not. Don't compare their season of fruition to your season of struggle. Do you know what I mean? Because you're gonna struggle. Growth is hard, growth is painful, growth is challenging, and it's one of the most uncomfortable things you'll ever go through, because you're gonna have to lose friends, you're gonna have to lose contact with some people that are not gonna benefit that growth. You're gonna have to give yourself some difficult chats and tell yourself, dude, you're going wrong here. And you're gonna have to hear a lot of constructive criticism, not just criticism. You're gonna hear a lot of that, and that is all supposed to help you grow. And if anybody ever tells you that growth is easy, they lied. They lied to you. I'm sorry to tell you, they lied, because that is not true. So yeah, it's very, very important, again, to encourage yourself to give yourself a break when you're tired. Tell yourself, I know you didn't do as good as you wanted to do here, but you did well nonetheless. I am proud of you nonetheless. We have to keep going. So I'm proud of you. We tend to want to hear it from other people, and we never really say it to ourselves. And I need you and myself actually to start being consistent in encouraging ourselves, to start being consistent in telling each other, telling ourselves that we're proud of ourselves, that we've come far. Because if you ever stop and look back and see how much you've grown, how much you've overcome, how much you've jumped, you will not believe it, because you have grown. I promise you, you've grown. And it's time you just give yourself credit for that. It's time you just stop and just say, listen, girl, listen, man, oh, we've come far. And sometimes you need a rest, and listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your heart. Sometimes you tend to be tired, and it is okay. It is okay to be tired. It is okay to need a break, but you need to remember to get back up. You need to remember to keep going, because whether you want to be on the train or the ship or the plane, life will keep going. Life will change continuously, and it's up to you to be so determined to grow within yourself and become a better version of yourself, that you keep growing, that you keep evolving, that you keep working at it, because it's not something that's easy. It's not something that comes naturally. It's something you have to work hard at. It's something that you have to put work into. So yeah that is all really that I wanted to say, just to introduce the new series and just discuss these issues of growth. So thank you for tuning in. I will see you next. I will see you next time.